face it, Harley. No one's ever gonna take you seriously as a psychologist.
Harleen Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn, within the 2004 The Batman series, works as a TV show host and has an online degree in psychology. This immediately differs from what we're used to seeing when it comes to her occupation prior to becoming a villain. Something else that differs from what we're used to seeing is the relationship between Harley and Joker, with it not being as abusive as it normally is. However, Joker still manipulates Harley, and with his manipulation, it shows us that this depiction of Harley still shares a similarity with other depictions, which we'll get into shortly. With that said, let me discuss the episode that I'll be covering today. With that being, Harley Quinn's introduction episode, Two of a Kind. I should also add that I won't be covering the entirety of Two of a Kind, as I've already discussed most of the episode itself in my Joker video. So with that in mind, I'll just be talking about the parts that focus more on the personality and psychology of Harley Quinn. And with my ramblings out the way, let's get right into this. We'll start at her TV show, where we get our first glimpse at how eccentric she is. During the show, we see just how animated she can be, and this is before she even dons the costume of Harley Quinn and starts falling for Joker. Harley would then be fired from her network for ambushing Bruce Wayne with a woman he had previously gone on a date with. Her boss would then tell her that she's not a psychologist and that all she is a joke. This statement would actually hurt Harley and send her into a spiral of doubt. That is, until her #1 fan shows up to her apartment, offering her a hand in these sad times. While at Joker's hideout, Harley tells Joker that she's interested in extreme personalities, and that his personality might be her ticket back onto the network. After discussing earnings from her potential tell-all book, the two have a heart-to-heart where Harley tells Joker that she was hurt by what her boss had told her and that she's worked hard to get to this point. This is where Joker suggests that they go do something out in the city, but Harley, being worried about what the public will think, is a little hesitant. Well, until she's given her new costume, that is. From here, the relationship between Harley and Joker would begin to blossom, with Joker loudly voicing his opinions on Harley and her new look. After some time passes, and a small musical number, we're shown the maniacal side of Harley as she wants revenge on the man who took her episode special, as well as revenge on the entire network. Harley and Joker eventually go to the network station and they set bombs all around the outside of the building/set. They then enter the building, where Harley drops a bookshelf on the man who took her episode special, and after talking about how she was wronged, she begins throwing bombs into the crowd. This shows us that the Harley from the beginning of the episode is not the same Harley that we see before us. While she may be just as eccentric and animated, she's going mad. She's begun to lose her way in the fog of madness that Joker has placed her in, and that very same madness is now seeping into her mind. After a while, the Bat family shows up, and that's when Harley and Joker start detonating the bombs on the exterior of the building. Harley then attempts to throw a bomb at Batman, but he reflects it and it lands back in her purse. The bomb then explodes and causes Harley to get knocked out. Joker sees Harley knocked out, and instead of helping her, he leaves her to be arrested, or worse, to die. However, as we all know, Batman would prevent her from dying to the explosions. Remember how I said this Harley shares a similarity with other depictions, and how I said we'd get into it shortly? Well, the time's now. After all is said and done, Harley gets arrested and is told by Batman that Joker doesn't care about anyone but himself, that he never has and never will, which Harley responds to with,
"You'd think a psychologist would know better."
However, once placed in the police cruiser, a message from Joker is left for Harley in the form of a whoopee cushion. And with that small message, Harley's passion and loyalty for Joker was reignited. So after being left to die, being used and thrown away like a toy that broke, and after acknowledging the fact herself that Joker doesn't care for others, she still goes back to him willingly, which ultimately gives us that similarity I was referring to. Most depictions of Harley Quinn have Stockholm Syndrome. However, the difference here is Joker isn't abusive. Joker is only manipulative within this series, which means this depiction of Harley is actually operating less on the thought of being controlled and possibly hurt, and more on the thought of actual love. Harley Quinn would go on to cameo in a few more episodes and have another prominent role in the episode The Metal Face of Comedy, but that episode focuses more on Joker and his digital copy, which is why we didn't discuss it here. Harley Quinn would also go on to appear within 6 of the comics. But now, let's move off of the life and personality of Harley Quinn and onto her design and voice actress. Harley's design is simple and doesn't differ too much from the animated series, which was honestly the best way they could have gone about it, in my opinion at least. However, one change is, instead of the suit just being red and black, the suit is now red and darker red with tints of black. So during certain lighting, it does look like the iconic red and black outfit, but outside of that lighting, we get to see the outfit's new colors, which is a lovely touch if you ask me. Then there's Harley's civilian wear, which is also simple but perfectly matches her occupation, her personality, and the theme of the show. But now, onto Harley's voice actress, with that being Hynden Walsh, who seriously killed her performance. Her work as Harley in Harley's introduction episode alone should have had the team behind the Batman using her in more episodes. And for those that didn't know, Hynden Walsh voiced Starfire in both Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go, as well as Harley Quinn in Batman Assaults on Arkham. So huge shout out to Hynden Walsh. But with all that said, this has been the Hearty and Quirky life of Harley Quinn. If you made it this far into the video, comment down your favorite depiction of Harley Quinn. I always love to hear y'all's opinions. And with my ramblings out the way, it's been ugly, and I'll see y'all in the next one.